Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be talking about Grand Theft Auto Online's not-so-great weekend and how it was down for a huge portion of players for hours at a time. Now, this is something we've experienced in the past, but it usually doesn't happen all that often. There's a couple of instances that really ring a bell. The first was like right when Grand Theft Auto Online came out on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. The servers were so bad, like nothing was working. You couldn't get through the tutorial. Nothing you would do would ever save. Your progress would never be established or completed. And Rockstar ended up giving away like $250,000 for that, which back in the day in 2013, that was a lot of money. I think it was called like the stimulus package. And that was like the first big instance in which we've seen the servers just like not working at all and Rockstar responding to it. And over the years when DLCs have been released, which usually creates an influx of players returning to Grand Theft Auto Online, Rockstar have had some issues on like the first couple of days after the release. In fact, the Diamond Casino and Resort update, the one that happened in the summer, had a ton of issues where players couldn't log in, the servers just weren't working at all, and this has an impact on every single player on most every single platforms, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. And when the servers aren't working, you either can't get on altogether, or when you do get on, you'll see like the saving failed message above your minimap, and everything you do basically doesn't count. You can't buy any cars, your progress doesn't save, nothing like that works. And really, ever since last Thursday, but it primarily spiked up over the weekend, Rockstar have been having a lot of trouble with Grand Theft Auto Online. On Thursday, Friday, and particularly Saturday and Sunday, there were periods of hours at a time where online just simply wasn't working. And we can even confirm this. There's a website, downdetector.com, which reveals when games and platforms have problems and when they're down. And you can actually view Grand Theft Auto 5. And it tells us a lot about what has happened over the last couple of days. So just looking at the problems with GTA 5 over the last 24 hours, you can see that when I took this screenshot, and I'm recording this on Sunday evening, you can see that from about maybe 11 a.m., and it's kind of even still going on, there were upwards of 2,000, even close to 3,000 problems reported within the hour just on this one website, which means that a lot of people were experiencing this. And I don't know how useful this actually is, but if you look at the outage map, you can see some of the bigger areas that are down. And again, this might be where more players are. You'll see popular areas like Europe and the United States. So that might just be more of like a where are the most common players are from that are playing the game. But maybe it's in some way, shape, or form related to the server's locations. The way Grand Theft Auto Online works is your connection is then sent to another server given the proximity of your location. So it could be related to where you're located in the world. And at least according to the statistics that I'm looking at on the Down Detector website, which, by the way, I will leave a link to in the description, most of the reported problems, 84% had to do with online play, 11% had to do with social club, and 4% had to do with the website. So again, I'll leave this website in the description because I think it's a little bit more accurate and up to date than the official Rockstar Games server status page, which is something I would recommend that you check on, but it oftentimes isn't all that up to date. Like GTA 5 might be down for a couple of hours and that website might say that things are still going well. So you oftentimes can't trust it, especially in real time. And a lot of people seem to be talking about this because on that same post, there's over 5,600 comments. So that's a lot. A lot of people are wondering, why GTA 5 has been down all this time. And I think I have an answer. And I believe it has to do with Rockstar giving away the biggest amount of money they have ever done so. They even called it the biggest GTA Online cash giveaway yet. And it started last Thursday, where Rockstar said if you logged in between January 30th and February 5th, you would earn $1 million just for playing. And the bonus cash would be deposited into your Maze Bank account within 72 hours of playing. So I would imagine that a lot of people started signing on Thursday and Friday to end up getting their $1 million. And those $1 million started being delivered over the last couple of days on Saturday and Sunday. And so because of that, you had probably a huge influx of players that were signing in for the very first time that might not have done so in either a couple of weeks, a couple of months, or even longer than that. And a second thing that probably helped this out was the success of the Diamond Casino Heist DLC, which Rockstar, in another post, said that they had a record-breaking holiday season, that they had the most players playing since December 2017, and December 2019 was their largest month ever in terms of player numbers. So you already have a huge number of players playing the game, and now you do one of the biggest cash giveaways the game has ever seen, which is going to lead to a ton of players suddenly getting online. And apparently this has been too many for the Rockstar Games servers because it has been going up and down and on and off every single day. And honestly, I don't even know if this is something that Rockstar can fix, at least without taking Grand Theft Auto Online offline. And we've seen them do this in the past where they've literally shut down the servers for 6 to 8 to 10 hours. They usually do it when, some part of the world is asleep, and they will do some fixes to online. And we've seen them do that in the past. That's the only way I could see them doing this right now. And things might not get any better because remember, not only does this free money last all this week, but next week between February 6th and the 13th, you can get another $1 million. So it might be a bumpy couple of days for the GTA Online servers, especially during peak times. And again, that's another reason why that down Detector site is so useful, because you can kind of see when the reports come in. And they do usually occur around peak gaming hours. And non-peak gaming hours, the servers seem to be okay. So it's kind of like the servers reach a tipping point of players, and once they reach those tipping point of players, they end up kind of like crashing. And that's what we've seen over the last couple of days. Now, regarding some of the analytics for GTA 5, on Steam, the 24-hour player peak was 258,534 players. And that is just for the Steam version on PC. And Insider Test Funds 2 believes that the increasing number of players could be the reason for this server issues. And he also goes on to say that even though we don't have the numbers for PlayStation 4 and Xbox, we would probably find out that there are about 1 to 2 million players playing the game in the last 24 hours. So again, those are statistics that Rockstar keeps to themselves, at least on the console versions of PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. But we know that there was 250,000 on just the Steam version of Grand Theft Auto 5. That doesn't include the Rockstar Warehouse, doesn't include any other digital PC marketplaces that might actually have the game. So that might be the reason why we're starting to see all these issues. Rockstar just isn't accustomed to having 1 million to 2 players on during peak hours. Except for, like I mentioned earlier, when Grand Theft Auto Online launched and when we've seen some huge updates. Like I remember this definitely happened for the Diamond Casino and Resort update. It happened on the Import-Export update back in 2016. So it's happened in the past, but it's just weird to see it on like a weekend when there really isn't anything going on. So at least for right now, how can you get around the server issues that Rockstar's having? The answer is you really can't. And by the way, if you are experiencing issues like this, there's almost nothing that you can do. It's not your fault. This server problem is on Rockstar's end, their connection with Sony and Microsoft and the PC platform. So this is not your fault. It's not your internet here. Definitely Rockstar's. I know that when a game for me usually doesn't work, I'm like, gosh darn it, is my internet not working again? But no, this is Rockstar's problem to deal with. I guess the only thing you could do if this continues to keep up over the next couple of days is to maybe not play during peak times. Now, I understand that that isn't something that every single person can do. I'm sure a lot of you guys either have work or school or just busy during normal parts of the day. And, being able to play late at night or early in the morning might not necessarily be all that feasible. So I understand it's kind of a tough situation. Now, I just sort of thought about this. The big problem with the servers being down is the way Rockstar is tracking players getting the free money is if they sign in during this period. Well, what if you can't sign in because the servers are down? And every time you try and get on to play, it's not working. So this kind of makes me wonder if, due to the issues Rockstar's having, that they might actually extend the week in which you can get money, or they might, make it go a week longer, just give it to everyone. Because honestly, that would be so bad if you really wanted to get the free money and you needed the extra $1 or $2, but every time you tried to sign in, the game was like, nope, servers aren't working, too bad. So hopefully Rockstar get this fixed, because it seems to be affecting thousands, if not tens of thousands, or even more players. So let me know in the comments down below, have you been having trouble with Grand Theft Auto Online recently? Have you also received your first batch of free money? It looks like at this point in time, most players have, but definitely be sure to let me know what you're thinking in those comments down below. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and Red Dead Redemption videos that I'm doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.